Elizabeth Kubler-Ross once said, "Learn to get in touch with the silence within yourself, and know that everything in life has a purpose." There are no mistakes, no coincidences. All events are blessings given to us to learn from. Psychologists have been studying how our sense of purpose grows over time, especially when it comes to long-term goals that can have a big impact on other people's lives. Whether it's starting an organization, studying a disease, teaching kids how to read, etc., people tend to think that purpose comes from their unique gifts and what makes them different from others. But that's not the case. It also comes from our connection with others. That's why people often feel isolated during times of crisis. When you find your calling, you'll almost certainly find other people who are just as lost as you are, hoping to get to the same place. Here are 8 steps that can guide you to discovering your purpose. Number 1, look inward. Basically, if you want to be happy, you need to figure out what your purpose in life is. You can't figure it out by listening to what other people think or getting approval from someone else. All you need is to figure out what makes you happy. All that's stopping you is your own beliefs, and with each one you break down and replace with something positive, you'll become more aware of yourself. When you can control your feelings, you can control your life. Number 2, read books. Reading is a way for us to connect with people we'll never meet, no matter where or how we are in the world. Studies show that this connection is connected to our sense of purpose and meaning. It's said that reading fiction can help teens think about the whole life of a character, giving them a unique perspective on their whole life without having lived it through most of it. If teens can see purpose in other people's lives, they're more likely to find it in themselves. In this way, purpose is the act of imagination. If you're having a hard time figuring out what's going on in your life, hit up the bookstores, libraries, and universities to find the books that are important to you, and maybe they'll help you figure out what's important in your own life. Number 3, check injustices that disturb you. Many people have their favorite causes or projects that center around an unfair situation in the world. Do you have a cause that brings you to tears every time you think about it? Maybe it's animal welfare, a specific civil rights issue, or a childhood obesity organization. Or maybe it's the thought of seniors spending the holidays alone, or a substance abuser needing more rehabilitation opportunities. These organizations are out there and need your help. You don't have to do this full-time. Maybe your job allows you to afford to give to a cause you care about. Or maybe you can donate time, instead of money, to a cause you believe in. Number 4, own your life. Creating your own life is the key to finding true fulfillment. It's the only way to unlock the amazing. You need to figure out what's right for you and make sure you know it inside your head and heart. Don't let fear or worry stop you from making decisions. It won't help you figure out what your purpose is, it'll just make the problem worse. If you want to take control of your life, you need to stop feeling like a victim. Every decision you make is your own, not someone else's. When you start taking responsibility for your own destiny, you'll find fulfillment. Number 5, be surrounded by positive people. Basically, you're the company you hang out with. Don't just think about the people you work with or the people you hang out with at home. Think about who you hang out with when you're not busy at work and when you're not at family events. The people you hang around with tell us a lot about who you are. If you're around people who are doing good things, you might be able to draw inspiration from them. But if they're all negative and make you feel down, then you might want to do something about it. It's hard to feel inspired and motivated when you're surrounded by people who don't care about making a difference. Number 6, explore your interests. Are you a Facebook addict? Do you spend a lot of time on social media every day? If so, it's important to keep track of what you're liking and commenting on, as well as what you're sharing yourself. Do you go on rants about politics these days? Do you post every time you see an article on climate change? Do you get emotional when you read about Syrian refugees? If you're passionate about these topics, you might want to think about a career that focuses on them. Number 7. Examine what brings you joy. Think about all the times you've been really happy in your life. Was it spending quality time with your partner? Doing a great job at work? Making art? Helping others? When you figure out what makes you happy, you'll usually find your passions. Your skills are also linked to that feeling of happiness, so take a look at them too. Can you draw a portrait with a pencil? Do your friends say you're a great listener? If you take a close look at the things that come naturally to you and also bring you happiness, you'll probably find passions that you can use to make money. Number 8. Tell your story. Reading is a great way to figure out what you want to do with your life, but it's not the only way to find your purpose. Writing is also a great way to find out what you're passionate about. Purpose often comes from being curious about your life. What challenges have you faced? What are your strengths that helped you get through them? How have you been helped by others? How have your strengths made a difference in someone else's life? Writing is a great way to organize our thoughts and find new ideas. It's been shown to help us reach our goals, remember things better, and reduce stress, which is important when you're trying to figure out what you want to do. Writing down your life can help you uncover hidden meanings that you might not have noticed otherwise. Start by writing down what your strengths are that helped you through difficult times, how you've helped others, and how others have helped you. As you write, you'll start to see patterns that can help you figure out what your purpose is. Discovering your purpose is one of the toughest things you'll ever have to do. It means letting go of any old identities or interests that don't work for you anymore. But it's something you have to do. Your purpose is likely to evolve and change with you, so you need to be open to that and be flexible. You need to listen to what your heart wants and needs and stay true to yourself no matter what. When you start to develop your values and stop looking for validation, it'll be much easier to figure out what your purpose is in life. Join the League of Legends such as Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., Malala Yousafzai, Oprah Winfrey, and a host of other great people who transformed our world by their belief in a righteous cause and living their lives to see it become a reality. We praise them today for being models of purpose. Tomorrow might be your turn. Thanks for watching. Help us reach more people by liking and subscribing to this channel. Never forget, there is more to you than meets the eye.